I think I'm taking off over.
From the remnants of Jeddah City comes a broadcast that will shake the Empire to its core. Rogue One Radio will discuss all things Star Wars and all things in the nerd culture, in and out of the galaxy far, far away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rogue One Radio. This is episode number 122. And I am Steve. And with me is Naboo security leader DJ, as always.
How's it going?
And let's see. It's going all right. Let's see. We got the chat. Isaac was here bright and early. We've got a newcomer to the chat, Comic Cons podcast. Blue is in there with us. Dragon Buddy is with us. Lunar Girl is with us. Patrick is with us. And Spencer is with us. So we've got a full crew already. And without further ado, we do have a special guest with us tonight. Oh, and there's
we do.
Bailey and I think Bailey's new, so welcome to the chat. And there's Nicole. Hey, Nicole, how's it going? All right, so special guest. We have with us from Sisterhood of the Travelin Banthas, Denise.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
And there's Megan. Hey, Megan.
Can I do a quick
That is
shout
filling
out?
up. I'd love to see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
of
Do all
course.
the shout outs you want.
Oh, Bailey. So Bailey is in the chat. We saw her. She's one of our new members over at the Sisterhood. So
Very
shout out
cool.
to Bailey.
Awesome. Welcome. Awesome.
Oh, is that going to be your new sometimes co-host?
Yes, and she
Very cool.
is helping out a lot with behind the scenes and writing and social media. And so she's going to do some co-hosting stuff, but we have some things planned for the future that we're super excited about. So
very cool. Very cool. And we will make sure to put a link to Sisterhood in the show notes tonight. But before we get any further into our discussion tonight, we've got some music. I do want to mention that those of you that voted on last week's Twitter poll as to what song DJ picked last week, you guys got it right again.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So he actually picked the song by the band Chroma.
Yeah, I'm going to have to step up my game or start widening my musical tastes a little bit. I'm a little too predictable, I guess.
No. Oh, and hey, either Scott or Kim of Used and Abused just jumped in.
That would be Scott.
Okay. So we do have Kelly. I don't know where Blue is. I thought he was in there earlier. But we do have a song we're going to start things off with, and one of three, and you guys will get to decide once we get the poll put up which of the three DJ picked this week. And then a little later, we have a big announcement. Very big announcement.
Big, huge.
Anyway, so this first song from us comes all the way from Brighton, England. It is by the band Snake Eyes. They just released a single on March 2nd via Alcapop Records, and we're going to play that single to you, or for you rather. And this is called No One Is Truly Cool. Oh man, I hope I remember to upload these things. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Phew. All right. That was No One Is Truly Cool by Snake Eyes. We got a lot of activity going on in the chat.
It's awesome.
So, Megan, yes, that is a map of Tatooine behind me.
Yeah, she came in right after you talked about that last week.
Okay. Let's see what else we got. F-Class Heroes is in the chat. Welcome back, guys.
Welcome.
Comic cons. What nights do you guys normally do this? We do it every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. Spencer's with us. I think he was in there anyway. Anyway, so yeah, that was Snake Eyes with No One Is Truly Cool. Good tune. And
Great way to start.
Was it something that DJ picked? I don't know.
It was good. It was good.
No. So tonight, like I said, it's episode 122, and we are continuing our discussion of The Mandalorian. And tonight we're going to be talking about the newest episode, as yesterday's episode, titled The Pirate. Good stuff. And let's see what else. Let's get things rolling. We are part of the Red 5 network, if you did not know that. And there are a lot of really cool podcasts on the Red 5 network. They're awesome. And there's something out there for everybody. If Star Wars isn't your thing, there's still some podcast out there for you. If you would like to view all of the different podcasts that you have available to you, right down there. And if you're listening, it is bio.link/Red5. So that is the Red 5 network. If you are watching us on YouTube and not listening to the audio, thank you for tuning in. And make sure that you please subscribe and like and comment, ring the bell, all that cool stuff. So you don't miss any of that. So usually we give you our social media links, but I'm not going to do that tonight.
Yeah.
And it will make sense later why I'm not telling you the social media. But we do have a Patreon account if you are interested in supporting our little endeavor here. And we've got some exclusive stuff going on over there, and we've got more exclusive stuff coming, hopefully. And you can check us out at patreon.com/Rogue One Radio. That is Rogue One Radio spelled out for now. And for now, I would like to recognize and give a shout out to those folks that are already members of our great patron team. Thank you to Dave Brown, Kelly, Chris, Don, Nicholas, Scott, Kim, Amanda, Mandy, Justin, and look there, Denise. Thank you all for your support. We do appreciate it. And again, you can be a patron for as little as $1 a month.
Just one. Just one.
That's all it is. Let's see. Did anybody else pop in? There's Kelly.
Tina.
It is really active. Yep, there we go. Tina is with us. Welcome, Tina. Man, we've got some crazy activity going tonight. Anything interesting been going on with you this week, DJ?
I don't have a heart monitor. I thought I was going to have one for this episode, but the wires came off and I am free. So that's always, there for a while I thought I was Palpatine and the right eye walker and all these wires dragging out behind me and everything. And I was like, yes, ultimate power is almost here. And it was not to be. So lots of doctor's appointments. No real results yet. But keep those positive thoughts going because could definitely use those. Been stuck at home, working from home, hooked up to wires and monitors and machines and all that kind of fun stuff. No, Nicole, I am Palpatine. Somehow I returned. Yes, those
challenge
always
accepted,
got me.
Megan.
Oh yeah, not tonight. Too much important stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Right. So that was my week. So I don't know. What about you guys?
For me, other than work, not a lot has been going on. Now, I will mention that last Friday night, I did participate in the Red 5 Tavern's D&D game. And unfortunately, DJ couldn't be with us, but he was supposed to be there. But we had a blast. It was
stupid ER.
And yeah.
Oh man.
Our DM for the evening was Tom, and it was me and Tina and Kelly, aka Lunar Girl, and Nicole. And man, we had a blast. It was a lot of fun and crazy stuff ensued. And we'll be doing that again tomorrow night. So I will post a link to the Red 5 Tavern's YouTube so that you can check that out tomorrow night, because we're going to be doing some more gaming tomorrow. What have you been up to, Denise?
I was going to say, you never know what you're going to get when it comes to D&D. You might get some guy dancing with bananas. You really never know with this group. So, but you will always have a good time. So, But sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Denise.
I have just been working. My son, we had a Ninja Warrior competition this past weekend, so my kid is a future Ninja Warrior champion. That was a lot of fun, and like I talked about earlier at Sisterhood, we brought on a new team member, and we've kind of been changing up some of our social media posting. She's young, we're old, so it helps out a lot. We learned there's a lot of things we don't know. So, no, other than that, it's just been pretty chill and relaxing and just enjoying life.
Awesome.
Very nice. Very cool. Very cool. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We've got an announcement that we need to make.
Oh, we're doing it now?
Well, do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait till the end of the show?
I don't know. Let's see. What's oh, they're actually kind of behaving in the chat. So
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
I don't know what's Tina talking about there. Okay, what do we got going on here?
Well, you'll have to ask Ersk about that.
But you spoke too soon, DJ. You just said behaving, and yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. They had to be creative on how to get out of a sticky situation, and let's just say creative it was.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't want to go into all the details here, and to make this long story short, we have been having some issues over the name of the podcast with Lucasfilm. There's just been some issues. There's been some cease and desist letters sent and whatnot. And it's been a whole mess, and I don't want to get into the whole thing. But we are going to be changing the name of the podcast. And so that is why I told you not to bother with the social media links, because I'm going to have to go and change them all, and then change logos and all that good stuff so that we can actually start selling merch again, because we haven't been selling merch for, like the last
a while,
4 or 5 months, because of the fact that our merch sites keep getting taken down and against our will. But anyway, so we went ahead and make the decision to just end all this nonsense, and we're going to change our name. And so
stick it in your ears.
Stick it in your ears, and we will no longer be known as Rogue One Radio. We will be Rebel Rock Radio.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
So
yeah. So it still incorporates a little bit of Star Wars with the Rebel. It also encapsulates the punk rock nature of the show, also with the Rebel Rock in there. So we thought that was a good fit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Triple R, here we come.
Yep, Triple R. There we are. So there it is. I am not going to put any social media links in the show notes this week because I haven't got, like, all of this basically happened today, and I haven't had time to redo all the social media links. Megan says we should make it orange like the original.
No.
I don't know. I kind of like the blue. But well, Megan says she actually likes it more. You like it more than Rogue One Radio?
I agree. I like it a lot.
And
awesome.
Blue says the orange was better.
We're gonna make it Sith red.
We're gonna make it pink. No.
Hey, that works too.
Maybe we should have a Twitter poll.
There you go.
See how many people like the blue over the orange.
We'll throw a third color in there just as a.
I will say that
MacGuffin.
it will not be green, because I tried with the green, and the green does not show up on a shirt very well at all. It's just weird.
Plaid. Make it plaid.
Plaid. Let's go plaid. Okay, so we're gonna do a Twitter poll, and I won't do it tonight, but decide what the color will be. But anyway, that's our new name. Purple. You guys are nuts.
Bunch of old Mace Windu fans, I tell you.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe we'll make it yellow for Ray.
No.
Okay.
No. Veto.
Anyway, that's a new name, Rebel Rock Radio. There we go. That's the new logo. I guess color to be determined. But really, really yellow and pink polka dots.
He just wants like a polka dot man.
See,
type.
Now, this, I mean, you mentioned this, DJ, but Sith Red actually, it would be funny because it's Rebel Rock, but it would be funny to make it Sith Red. I just have to find the right shade of red.
Oh, I'm sure I could find it. I'm the Sithiest of the Sith. That's
there you go. Maybe we'll do that. So that will be another option on our Twitter poll if we want to do red. So maybe we'll do orange, blue, red, and other. Please comment.
There you go.
No polka dots though. Oh, Tina, no. That is nasty. I know what you're thinking. That's just gross. Why? Oh, Dragon Buddy says you have become RRR on the pirate episode. Beautiful irony. Arr. What's the name of your podcast? Arr. No, really. No, it is. It's Arr.
Oh yeah. All right. So we weren't going to get sidetracked here. So
we did. We got.
Well, I mean, technically, we're not sidetracked because we're still talking about the colors. So
we are.
All right.
Okay. Enough of that. We do have
another song. Yep. Read your mind.
That's right. We do have another song. So let's get into that while the chat just goes nuts with all of this stuff. Okay. So this song comes from, where does it come from? San Diego, California. Beautiful. San Diego, California. Oh crap. Hang on. I gotta upload it. What the hell?
What'd you do?
I thought I uploaded it.
Rebel Rock Radio, where technical glitches are our thing.
Yes, they
Just
are.
Because I'm here.
Maybe. Okay, so this comes from beautiful San Diego, California. The band is called the Human Issue Music Collective. Say that 3 times fast. And they just issued a new single in February, and we're going to play that single, and it is called Blanks. So here you go. All right. Blanks by the Human Issue Music Collective.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to let it out.
You do.
Sometimes you just need to let it out. But did I need to let it out enough where I picked that song?
I don't know.
Did I? It's such a good song.
What? Okay, let me address the chat. Okay, so first, Kelly said she wants to go to a concert with us.
Yes, let's go.
Blue says Dad will complain about how loud. No, I wouldn't. I'm usually right up front. Why would I complain about how loud it is? You have been to shows with me before. That doesn't make any sense at all, boy. And then
maybe he's the one who complains.
And then he says, I'm not wrong. I've been to shows with you. Have. I've never complained about how loud it is. No. I am ancient, but that's beside the point. I'm about to wrench you, boy.
Wrench him. Him.
No, but I mean, when I play shows, we're pretty loud ourselves. But yes, Scott, we need a headbanging emoji. Don't you have the finger things that you can use? You should not believe.
Yeah, I don't.
You should not believe Blue over me about music, Spencer, because no. I've been going to shows since I was a young lad. Yeah, when it comes to music, believe me over him, for sure. For sure. I don't complain, Blue. What are you talking about? We leave and you're immediately on your... Okay, I said that once about not bringing earplugs because I forgot earplugs once. Okay, we're done here. Anyway, so it is now time for I guess we shouldn't be calling it Rogue One Radio's picks anymore, but you get the idea. So
we'll fix that next time.
Yeah, we'll fix that. So so something we've read, watched, or played, or anything along those lines this week, and we would like to recommend to you. And Denise, since you are our guest, if you have one, feel free.
Yeah. So life is super busy, but I kind of been slowly rewatching the show iZombie. It's like one of my guilty pleasures.
Okay.
It's kind of like a tween zombie show. It's based off of comics. It's just fun, something I can put on in the background, but I enjoy it. I also just finished up Allegiances by Timothy Zahn over at our book club. That was a good read. It was interesting because I've been reading so much canon stuff to go back to like the legends and the difference of characters. So it was a lot to like digest going back before, like pre-Disney. So that was a lot of fun.
That's cool. I do want to ask you something about iZombie though.
Yes.
You said that you did you read the comic? Have you read the comic?
I have not read the comic. I want to. I watched the show when it was out, and then I was just looking for something to watch again. I was like, oh, I totally forgot about this, and so I want to go pick up some of the comics and see how it is. I don't know. It's fun. I like it. It's kind of cheesy at times, but it's great.
Yeah. I was just going to ask how close to the comic book it is.
I'd be very curious to see.
Yeah. DJ, have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it. I believe my older two kids have watched it. I have not. But yeah, it's. I'm not normally into those tween kind of things. I have other guilty pleasure shows that I watch. such as Grey's Anatomy and
Yep.
Bridgerton and lots of those shows that my wife watches while I'm reading or something, and I get sucked into it, and yeah. Oh. So I might have to check out iZombie.
So I'm going to come back to that actually, but we do have some new folks in the chat. Ubaldo T has come in, so welcome back.
Ubaldo!
And then we have Kevin Harvey, who
Hey, Kevin.
I don't think I've seen in here before. So
He is.
if I haven't, and you have been here, sorry, but welcome to the chat.
He's one of our listeners over
very
at
cool.
Travelin Banthas. So.
Awesome. Welcome. Welcome.
So I wanted to ask about a comment that you made, EJ, about your wife and you watching something while you are reading. So let me ask you something, because this is something that happens to me. When you're in the same room, they're watching a show, she's watching a show, and you're reading or doing something else, do they ever like make a comment or ask you a question about the show, and then like knowing full well that you haven't been paying attention?
Constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if that was just me or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, because they'll be watching something, or she'll be watching something, she'll ask me something, and what happened there? And I'm like, I'm not watching it.
So I have a knack of being able to pick up things in the background and piece them together. So even though that I'm not really paying attention and watching it, if she asks a question, I can normally answer it. And I might not get the character names right, but
okay.
I at least can say, this guy was telling him about this and that and the other thing. And, so I almost said that with an accent.
Yeah, I'm usually, more often than not, I am like not paying attention at all, because they watch stuff that I don't want to watch. What's that? What, Isaac, are you talking to us? If I give a review, will you read it? Some people don't do that, apparently.
Yeah.
Of the show, yes, I will read it. Oh, there you go. Kelly says I can vouch for Steve reading Apple reviews. So if you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review, because I usually read them on the air, whether they're good or bad. But we haven't had one in a while. So
yeah,
go check that out. And tell you what, if you're watching it on YouTube and not listening to it on Apple, go to Apple anyway and leave a review. Yeah, yes, Isaac. I personally do read all the reviews. Oh, Brady forgot to read Isaac's review on the Escape Pod last night. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then he says, not the show, you personally. So is he saying that he doesn't want to review the show, but he wants to review you, Steve?
Oh, well, hey, go for it. Whatever. I'll probably,
that would be fun.
I'll read it, but that doesn't mean I will, agree with everything you say.
Yeah, that show was kind of meh, but man, that host Steve, he's
I was
aces.
thinking the exact opposite, man. The show is great, but you got to get rid of that host. Of course you would, Blue.
Yes, he would. Yeah. Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
Oh man,
apples are all poisoned.
All poisoned. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Spotify doesn't allow reviews, and a couple of our other audio platforms like Stitcher. I don't think they do reviews either, but most of our listeners, as far as audio, actually come from Apple, so that's why I mention that one more often than not. But hey, I mean, you can leave reviews on YouTube as well. You can comment on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Blue. Jerk off.
All right.
Okay. Hey, you need to do you need to do a recommendation, DJ. Where'd you go? Are you still there? Did we lose you?
I didn't.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm still here.
Okay.
So my Rebel Rock pick week is going to be a podcast of one of our friends, fellow Discord server mates. Also, he's in the chat as well, and that is the Dingus Den. I know I recommended them before, but this is a special week because he has released the episode that I helped on, where we discussed Batman and Son. So it was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. And that also brings me to another pick of mine. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the Dingus Den and you're a comic book fan, shame on you. Go sub right now, then come back. We'll be here waiting. Don't worry. Go ahead. Yep.
Geo the Sage has entered the chat room. Welcome, Geo.
All right. Yes. Welcome. All right. Yeah. So subscribe to the Dingus Den. Lots of great comic book content that is there. My other pick is something that I really hadn't looked into before being on this podcast, but on HBO Max, if you have HBO Max and you're a fan of animation, which I know a lot of us are, DC has some of the best animation that's out there. And not only do they have really good animation for just standard shows that you might have seen, but there's so many shows. Batman alone has like 35 or 36 animated shows just for Batman. And then there's Superman and all these other great shows that are on there as well. So if you have HBO Max and you enjoy animation and you enjoy superheroes or villains, go check it out. Really cool. Lots of great content on there. There's my picks for this week.
Did you have a specific animated one?
No.
Okay.
No, because I'm just now getting back into it. So it's kind of hard to.
Gotcha.
Hey, I've been out of comic books for years upon years upon years. So I'm just now getting back into it, which reminds me we still need to do our Patreon exclusive recording of our comic book. So
that's right. Yeah, we just did. We just laid down another one on our Patreon. Did another exclusive comic cuts episode. Geez, what did we talk about? Ghost Rider. We talked about Ghost Rider number
Ghost
1.
Rider.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
All
with.
right.
In fact, that was with Spencer actually. Cool. Well, okay. Blue, there already has been a Constantine live action, both a movie and a TV show.
I'll say movie and show.
The movie
They're
was
actually
horrible.
coming out with number 2.
The movie was horrible. The show was great.
Yeah, Keanu's re-upped for that role, so
Oh man, I don't know.
it's
about
going to be interesting.
That is a great segue, though, that you mentioned Keanu, because my pick of the week is John Wick Chapter 4. Went and
I
saw
didn't even know there was a 4th one coming out.
It just came out last week. It was released on Friday. It was released on Friday, and I've already seen it twice. But if you are a fan of that series, this is a great 4th entry into the series. If you have not watched any of the other ones, I implore you not to just go watch this one, because if you have not watched the other three, none of this is going to make sense. Trust me on this. Unless you're there just to watch the action sequences, because and you don't care about the story, because I mean, just the action is really great, and you get a appearance from a Mr. Donnie Yen, who we know from Rogue One, who played Chirrut. And interestingly enough, in this movie, he plays a blind martial arts master, just like Chirrut. I did look it up. Donnie Yen is actually not blind; it's just a coincidence. But yeah, it was great. And Spencer says that it's the net. I'm sure he means best movie of the year so far. I'd probably have to agree with him on that one. It's really great. I think that's it. I don't have any other picks. Everybody else had two. I only had one. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Well, I didn't realize everybody was going to do two.
Sorry.
Yeah, well,
it's all good. It's all good.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
I know you're not sorry. Yeah, Spencer, Donnie Yen stole the movie. He definitely did. Andrew from the science fiction area has just dropped in.
Andrew,
welcome to the show. Okay, that is it for our Rogue One Radio picks, which leads us into another song, final song of the night. This one is from a band based out of Poland. The name of the band is Cop Off, and they released an album in January called Cop Off 2. And this is one of the songs from that album. You okay there, Denise?
I'm fine.
Okay. So this is a song from that album, and this is Cop Off with Between Evil and the Devil.
There's a place where deals are made and legends are born. He was searching for the lost song, for a piece of fame and fortune.
And you made your deal at the crossroads.
Yeah, I made a deal.
All right. Cop off with Between Evil and the Devil.
That had some Rob Zombie feels to it.
Yeah. You know, at this point, I don't even remember which one you picked myself, actually.
Maybe it was that one. It was that one.
I may have to go to back to our private chat in Discord just to remember. Anyway, so I don't know. Did you pick that one? Did he?
Maybe.
We will see. Yeah, they're talking about the John Wick movie in the chat room.
Still?
Yeah.
Must have been a really good movie.
It was a really good movie. The stairs, man. That was crazy. Okay. That brings us to the main event. Yeah, I'm going to have to take your word for that, Kevin, because I am still not caught up on Bad Batch.
I'm not either. That's my weekend plans.
Yeah, I think I'm at least 2 episodes behind, maybe 3. I don't know.
Well, you were one behind last week, so this would, if you haven't seen that, so you're 2 behind.
I must be 2 behind.
Get on it, doggone it.
I will. All right, so main event time. We had a new episode of The Mandalorian hit yesterday.
Yes.
And it was a lot of fun. It was called The Pirate.
Arr.
So let's go around the table here and
wait. Hold on. Wait. Synopsis
first. Sorry. We got to do synopsis. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I'm telling you, we changed the name of the podcast, and you start forgetting stuff. I tell you.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
All right, so chapter 21, The Pirate, was directed by Peter Ramsey. It was written by Jon Favreau, and it starts with Gorian Shard invading Navarro in retaliation for Bane's expulsion, and Grief Karga's contacts Carson Teva. Suspecting that the attack is a prelude to a new rise of the Empire, Teva informs Colonel Tuttle. But when Tuttle shows indifference, he tracks down the Mandalorian covert and asks Din Djarin for help. Djarin convinces the covert, that doesn't make sense, the group of Mandalorian to come to Karga's aid, despite their prior confrontations with him, and Bo-Katan assumes command of the attack force. As the Mandalorians overcome the pirates, Bane flees, Shard is killed, and the remaining ones are detained. The Mandalorians are welcomed back by Karga and the people, and the Mandalorians move to the town upon Karga granting them the land that was promised. The armorer meets with Bo-Katan, acknowledging the Mythosaur's reappearance as an omen that Bo-Katan is the one who can reunite all Mandalorians, and bids her to remove her helmet to symbolize this new position. On his way back to Adelphi, Teva encounters the wreckage of Moff Gideon's prison transport, which has gone missing during transit. He also finds that there is a fragment of a particular metal, implying that a certain group have broken Gideon out. Dun, dun, dun. There's your synopsis.
Very good.
Discuss amongst yourselves.
All right, let's go around the table and let's start with you, Denise. What were your overall thoughts on the episode? Just high level, nothing specific.
I really liked where this was, and I liked that at the end of this episode, it leaves the door open for a lot to happen. And for once, I was talking about this with one of my coworkers today. I don't know, I have a feeling where the end game's going to end for the season, but I don't know how we're going to get there. And I kind of like that I don't really have any theories on how we're going to get there, because I felt like they've been kind of closing off all these little side storylines. So I'm like, how are we going to get from now C to D for the finale? And it's also refreshing to have a storyline that we don't know everything about, which a lot of the other shows we do kind of know what's going on in the history. So I like that we know nothing going into the end of this season. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. I enjoyed it. And there was a lot of like awesome fighting in this episode too.
Very good. DJ.
They fixed a lot of things that I had problems with previously. I really enjoyed the episode. In fact, I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Very good. Very good.
Or a 4 out of 5, I guess, if you want to narrow it down a little bit.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the episode. There was a particular scene that really got me pumped. So yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that. Actually, there was one scene that really got me pumped, and then I agree that I like that we're kind of going somewhere, but not really sure where now.
Yeah.
Leaves a lot of stuff open, like you said. I do like that. We've got 3 episodes left of the season, so a lot can happen in 3 episodes. But there was another conversation that happened later in the. You're looking at the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they'll do that. So, yeah, there was a conversation toward the end of the episode that really got me excited for the rest of the season, because I have some theories, or one theory really. But yeah, great episode, and I think I'm gonna have to say ditto to Nicole. I give it 5 monkey lizards and a bub. I don't know what that equates to, actually, though.
5.5. I mean,
I don't know. No, because bub probably takes at least 2 or 3 stars. I don't know.
It depends on the day and Bub's frame of mind.
That is true. But good stuff. So as far as likes, let's just get out of the way. The appearance of Zeb. Discuss. That was so awesome.
I was screaming at the TV in sheer joy. I was like, holy shit, it's Zeb.
Yeah. I stood up and I was like, is that? Yes.
It took me. It took a minute to register. I was like, that looks familiar. Is it? Oh, it is. It is. Ah! Like,
yeah.
Well,
so good.
Steve had saw it before I did, and so I was about halfway through the episode, and he goes, and that cameo, and I'm like, I guess I don't quite understand what he was talking about, and so I kept waiting for this cameo to come on. That was, it didn't even register. I'm like, okay, well. So I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, and he's like, and afterwards he's like, that was Zeb. I'm like, really? Was it? Because I had my volume down low, so I really didn't hear the voice clearly. But I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense because of Ahsoka and that whole spin-off show. I'm like, but would they just bring out Zeb, or were they just teasing it to be another species or a similar species but a different character? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we'll see how it turns out. And he's like, no. And then we start getting screenshots of Zeb, played by Steve Bloom, I believe it is,
who did the voice of him in Rebels.
Yes, yeah. And I'm like, all right, so that is confirmed. It was great. Also in the set. Oh, okay. No, sorry. Yeah, and also in that same scene where Dave Filoni, Deborah Chow, and
Rick
Faronua.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shuma. Yeah. So I noticed that too, and I was like, well, is that a cameo? And I'm like, no, that's not big enough to be warrant that. I'm like, all right, so cool. But yes, it was a very cool callback. We'll see where they take it though. Hopefully they don't just yeah.
So you talk about you didn't recognize that was the cameo as first. When I was talking to Bailey about it last night, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's the same species." I'm like, "No, that was Zeb." She's like, "Wait, it was Zeb." It was like this whole revelation of it was him, and I was just like, it was a really short cameo. Like it's easy to kind of be like, well, it could have just been a species, but yeah. I can totally see that.
Yeah. He looked amazing.
Yeah.
And I watched it again, actually right before the show, and with the volume turned up this time, and the voice was there and everything. And I'm like, oh, this is just so cool.
Yeah, it was so cool to see him in live action, and like Blue mentioned in here, it means he's going to be able to show up in Ahsoka, which I think we already knew. Maybe did they announce whether or not Zeb was going to be in there?
They didn't announce it now.
I agree, Bailey. Not on the cried part. I screamed, but I do love Rebels. Such a great show. Man, it is so good to see. So I mean, outside of Ahsoka, have we seen anybody from the Ghost crew? Because she's not really the Ghost crew, actually. Is this our first live action Rebels appearance?
Other than the ships?
I would say the ship, I think, was in Rise of Skywalker.
The ship, yeah. But I mean, as far as characters go.
Yeah, that we've seen. I know that Hera was part of the attack on Endor. But that was that was written rather than and we didn't get to see it on screen. It was just written in the book. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of Rebels, we got some talk about the show Rebels. We just passed the anniversary of the final airing of Rebels. That was back on March 5th. March 5th, 2018 is when the final episode aired. Last year we actually had an episode about what was it? Man, what was it called? It's like Rebel Day or something. I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Because we had Blue Jag Eyes on the show with us to talk about it. But yeah, Rebels is pretty great.
Yes.
So it was great to finally get to see a live action rendition of one of the characters. Man, yeah. Good. So good. What else was good? Oh man. I feel like we're kind of okay. So I do want to say, you know what? No, I want to hear what you guys, other specific likes.
Okay.
What do you got, DJ?
Oh, all right. So I liked that it had a concrete beginning. It had a concrete end, and lots of good stuff in the middle, and then gave you a sneak peek of what could come. Not that necessarily they're going to show that right away, but it was a true episodic show for this week. It wasn't a, hey, we're going to start this story and then we're going to end it in the middle, and then next week you have to watch the remainder of it, or 3/4, or how they've been doing for the first part of this season. It actually had a good start. It had a very definite ending, adventure of the week type show that we were told we were going to get. I loved that. And it was great. And there was so much good stuff that was in there. I loved seeing Navarro in peril. I loved seeing the reaction to it. And you got to see a lot more inner workings of this new republic.
Yes, I like that too.
Yeah, and we got that in another episode, in that middle chunk, and it was amazing. I loved it. And then, so now we got an even more pull of the curtain so we could peek behind it and see what's going on. It's no, we can easily see why this new republic only lasted 50, 60 years. And it's amazing. I love it. It's, it was great. So, overall, it was great. I loved so much of it that it's kind of hard to pick out certain points of it. I do have some disagreements with that we'll talk about on the other end. Yep.
Anything else that we haven't discussed that you really liked, Denise?
Well, I wanted to touch base on the whole seeing like the New Republic and how they're handling things. Like, it was very interesting to see, like, I forget what the guy's name was, but his reaction to hearing about this planet, they need our help. And he's like, let's go help him. And he's like, oh, he's not a part of the New Republic. Oh, well, like, kind of just shoos him away. And I'm just like, this republic is supposed to be this like grand like thing that they saved him from this horrible empire. And like, we're starting to see, okay, maybe they're not as great as we thought they were. They're kind of complacent. They don't want to now put in the work. And it's very easy to see why there's all these different fractions that we're learning are out there that still support the empire. Like Gideon, we know in the books, we have Thrawn, like we have all these, and it's not that long after they blow up the Death Star. It's what, five years after Return of the Jedi? And they're already having all these issues. And it's, I don't like seeing that the Republic is failing, but I like seeing kind of more the backside of everything. Yeah. And it's filling in a lot of questions that people had between the original trilogy and the sequels. Yeah. Like, how did we get from here to here? And we're like, oh, because they're not really doing much. And like going back to talking about the past episode where they're torturing people, they're like, oh, do you like us? No, here, let's give you some treatment. Like, yeah, that's very Empire-ish.
It is. Yeah. And it's, I mean, Kevin brings up an interesting point that I was going to bring up, but the New Republic doesn't come to their aid, but the Mandalorians do. So
it's because the Mandos are badasses. Like, I love Mandos.
That's awesome. So just for a minute or two, can we talk about how much I hate Elia Kane?
She's amazing.
She is amazing as the actress playing the role. She's doing an amazing job. The character herself,
love it. Oh, come on.
No, she is horrible.
Well, I mean,
come on, somebody in the chat back me up on this one.
I am Empire to the core.
Of course.
And
I love her.
Yes, see?
I love her so much.
She is a snake.
Oh, and it's amazing.
I love her.
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. She is a snake.
Oh, yes, and that's what I like. Like, she is 100% still Empire. Like, she is not for the Republic, and she is there to do dirty work and infiltrate, and I am here for it. Like,
oh, yeah, she has that hammer and chisel and every little thing.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly.
You can't wrench a wrench otherwise.
No.
Um,
Host either.
let's see.
Now the actress,
right.
I will say that she does a great job. She is
Yes.
perfect in that role. That character, she is just poison.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to see more.
there's so much intrigue with that character.
Yeah.
It oozes with just like, what is she going to do next? How is she going to? We know that she's bad. We know that she's connected to Gideon. She's probably already connected to Thrawn. How are we going to see this? And it's just like, you just want to, yeah.
But the mysteriousness of it is so great. I like it when we don't have all the answers thrown in our face, so we can be like, ooh, the speculation of like, how is it going to happen? Like, I love it.
Yeah.
She's awful. But yes, she is another indication of us not knowing everything. See, Isaac says she's evil. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing, though, Isaac? DB says the same thing. You say it's evil, but you're being kind of ambiguous there. Do you like the lures men with biscuits? I mean, I'd like to try some of those.
Use what you got. Use what you got.
Out.
So, well, no. I want to get the traveling biscuits from her.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, okay. So, anything else that you have in mind that you liked about the show before we get into dislikes?
I like the interaction between the armorer and Bo at the end of the episode.
Yes.
It was. Sorry.
So that brings up another point that I did want to talk to, and this is probably the best place to do it. Not only the conversation between those two, and I know what you're thinking, Tina, but after their conversation, when she reveals her face to the rest of the covert, and they have that conversation about what she's going to be doing. She makes the comment about going to search for other Mandalorians in exile. Now, you could say that they are referring to the Mandalorians that Bo-Katan was in season 2.
Yeah.
However, I think they're using this as a way to introduce another beloved character from the Rebels show.
He's on it.
Yep.
I think we're going to get an introduction to Sabine.
100%.
And it's going to be another fist pumping moment when that happens, because it's got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great. I mean, if we get the whole crew, even better.
But yeah, I agree.
But the specific conversation, I think she was referring. I mean, she wasn't referring to him because she doesn't really know him. But it seems to me that Bo was going to go find Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, I mean, not only is she Mandalorian, but she is also another member of the royal family. So that's where I would start to get the crew going. But I'm looking forward to the rest of the season so much, because we've got the building blocks. Every episode has just been this building block. And with that ending, it was like, oh, maybe he is going to be the big bad this season.
So talking about, Bo going out to get Sabine. So that was my very first thought was Sabine. But after we see the end of the show, and you said in the synopsis that they saw the Beskar on the ship from Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the armor had something to do with that, and she's trying to get more Mandalorians to help back her and side with Gideon.
Hmm.
Like she's trying to now build her army when before she was very like, you are a Mandalorian only one way, you don't take off your helmet. And now she's talking about we need to bring in both sides of the world, come together. Like, is this going to lead to a whole nother thing?
I don't know. I mean,
there's so
yeah. So yeah, I actually have that listed in my dislikes about the show, about how it's this is the way, this is the way, this is the way, and then all of a sudden you have this complete. Oh, you can go ahead and take off your helmet now. It's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you can do it. And I'm like, if they would have mixed it in a little bit where only those that can do this or have this, have reached a certain height in the creed can take off their helmets. But all of a sudden, I mean, we follow the creed, and then in the span of after one battle, it's go ahead and take off your helmet, go get the other ones. It really didn't fit with the narrative that they've been giving about the creed.
She has an alternative motive.
Yeah, and that got me thinking too, is especially after that, is like, all right, is she playing both sides? Is she burning the candle at both ends, and she's looking for you can have Mandalore back, according to Gideon, and we'll help you restore it. And then you have this other group of Mandalorians that they're trying to, we'll do it through the royal family rather. So, yeah, it's just, man, to me, it just felt awkward about how, you're an apostate and now you have to go bathe in the waters in Mandalore, and which you can't do because Mandalore is poison. So, yet he did it anyway.
Maybe she was, all one way until she met and got to know Bo-Katan. Maybe she's starting to see another way.
I mean, I think still, even it was in 2 episodes ago, it was, and you, Bo-Katan, have you taken off your helmet since that you bathed in the waters?
Yeah.
No. Oh, good. Then you're part of the creed. Welcome. Yeah. You're one of us. And so if that was the case, it's all or nothing to start with. And then now all of a sudden there's a new way.
I thought maybe she was evolving and thinking, but then we saw that final scene at the end of the episode with the Beskar. Like, I was just like, okay, no, I don't. It's a show. I think she's putting on a show at this point.
Do you think the armor is a Zabrak?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I mean,
I've said that all along.
Are the horns? Yeah, the horns just there for decoration, or does she actually have horns?
No, and it goes back to Darth Maul.
Maybe she's the daughter of Darth Maul. That would be crazy.
I don't know. I haven't watched Clone Wars, so I don't know all that story.
Oh, yeah, you got to watch it. It's it's good. Whenever you get some time, it's a great arc. So,
Denise.
I know. Crystal gives me crap all the time about it.
Rightly so.
All right. I don't know. Let's see. Are we still on dislikes?
Yeah.
All right. Next, Tim Meadows.
What was his point?
What's that?
What was his point?
I don't know, but every sentence he started, I almost expected him to end with, "And I'm a ladies' man." I just, the look was the same. It's just the vocal pattern was the same. I just, he's just bureaucracy and complacency and just to show how inept that the New Republic is. They didn't even get the we're spread so thin excuse. It's just, well, it's really not my department. You see, what I do here is I push papers from this side of the desk to the other. And then when that's done, I push them back over to this side over here. And that's really not, that's above my pay grade. And I didn't like the way it was written. Was not a fan. I don't know. Maybe it's because he was too recognizable. And for a bit part, I just equated that to other bit parts that he's had. Just really didn't like him there. I thought that.
I think we have somebody new in the chat, unless I didn't see this person earlier.
Oh, it's Dina.
Hey, Dina.
She's one of my friends. She's one of our listeners
awesome.
too.
So you're gonna have to be part of this banner then. The scrolling banner. I am gonna shame both of you.
But
like none of them? I'm still not quite over this. You haven't seen any of them?
So I've seen part of Clone Wars. I've attempted to start it like several times, and it's hard for me to get past the second season.
It gets better. I had a hard time getting through the first 2 seasons, but then, but the animation got better, the writing got better, the production value got better, and the story arcs just grew immensely.
That's what I've been told several times by several people. It's a lot to watch.
It is, yes. There are quite a few.
It's worth it. Okay, there we go. Both of you. That's going on for the rest of the episode.
I love you, Nina.
All right. Let's not shame. Let's not shame anybody. We don't want to do that.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and me being the voice of reason, the Sith guy. Oh, yeah.
Scott, you too?
You've made the list.
You just made the list.
No,
don't just read the Wikipedia.
That's cheating.
Okay. Not really. That show is great. Yes, you got to watch it all. All 7 seasons. Let's see. Okay, back to dislikes. Yeah, I didn't really have any dislikes on the show. I didn't like Tim Meadows' character. He seemed kind of pointless to me. Other than that, no, I don't have any dislikes.
I'd say it's not really a dislike, but the pirate, what's his name?
Davy Jones?
I was going to say
Pizza
the Easter
Hut?
Bunny grass.
Pizza the Hut, yeah. Pizza the Hut.
He's so cheesy looking. It's pretty fantastic, though, but I can't take him seriously.
No,
they should have just made him a hut. They really should have just made him a hut.
He looks like Pizza the Hut.
Yes.
They could have brought in Hondo instead. I want Hondo. They could have brought in Hondo instead. It would have been 10 times better. But yeah, he made me laugh every time I was on the phone or watching this show.
Heck yeah, I want to see some Hondo live action Hondo.
That is like my dream character to be on a live show right now at this point.
Thank you. Yes. I want to see some Hondo. Come on. Where's my discuss amongst yourself? I'll be right back.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. What is it? What you got?
Yes.
So, have you been to Disneyland or Disney World?
No, I've never been to either one.
On Smuggler's Run, Hondo plays a big part of the ride.
See, that's
and it's so great.
That's one of the main reasons why I want to go. I want to see Hondo.
I squealed with such joy the first time I saw him, and everybody in the room was like, "What is going on with this chick?" I was like, "It's Hondo."
Dina, what coffee mug are you talking about? She said coffee mug. What coffee mug are you talking about?
I don't know. Is it in the Discord chat?
What? Blue. Oh.
No.
That's it. Wrench blue. Wrench in.
Ellie? Man, wouldn't that be awesome if he shows up in here?
Oh, I want him to. So it would be perfect with Mandalorians and kind of doing their own things. Oh,
Heck
I thought you were going to show a mug.
Do they have a Hondo Anaka coffee mug?
If they do, you're buying it.
Oh yeah,
I have a statue at my work on my desk.
Hey, here's a. Ooh.
Oh, now he's lost on Amazon. Oh, geez. Back to the show, Steve.
No, this is not.
Went shopping.
Okay, no, I found a Hondo Anaka travel coffee mug.
Nice.
And it's not on Amazon. It's on Redbubble.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say eBay.
Ooh, I didn't think about eBay. What about Etsy? I bet somebody has made one.
100% on Etsy.
Yeah, I need a Hondo coffee mug for sure.
Steve is gonna start cosplaying as Hondo.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. No, if I was gonna cosplay, I'd do cosplay as a Mandalorian. I just don't have the time and patience to. We'll talk about that in a second, Denise.
Do it. Do it.
I just don't have the time and patience. I'm gonna like pay somebody to do it for me.
I'll do it.
Here,
me.
make the armor for me because I don't have the time and patience for that.
I made.
Blue wants me to cosplay as Hondo. I don't know. That's a lot of work.
Hey, you give me the stuff, and I'll make you a Mandalorian.
Is there a Hondo mask out there?
Yeah. No, you actually buy a mask for the cosplay to, especially if you want to get into like the 501st. They have people who are approved and have full costumes. They can cost a pretty penny, but they're like really good quality, like mask and like gloves that you wear. Same with the people who dress up like Greedo or the Frog Lady. Like, it's all the same.
Very cool.
Yep. I match with a guy.
What were we talking about? Are we still talking about dislikes?
Cosplaying in the 501st.
Involved.
We were.
And Mandos.
Nobody else had any dislikes.
Foundling Bailey. She's my foundling. I'm helping her build a Mando.
I mean, now that we've already crossed that bridge. So Denise, you are part of the Mandalorian Mercs, is that correct?
Yes, okay. I am. It's a lot of fun. I like to dress up in plastic and be a badass Mando.
Who doesn't?
See,
who doesn't?
If I could pay somebody to make the armor for me, I think I would join that. But I just don't.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a good deal. I'll make you a good deal on it. Hey, I did my Inferno Squad, so I know how to do it.
Well, you'd have to drive over here.
I'll do back Ridge Garrison.
Because I'm fat. You'd have to make I'd have to look like Paz Vizsla.
No, so it's actually really easy to make. Like They have template sizes.
Yeah,
you
they're
find
not
small,
hard.
medium, large, extra large, and you cut it and shape it to your.
Definitely be extra large. I might be double X. I don't know.
But it's a lot of fun. I don't know. I have a blast. I like getting in costume and hanging out with kids and just Star Wars people
Yeah,
in
it's
general.
a blast.
So do you
it is. It's
costume also? Do you costume also?
Yeah, Inferno
He's in
Squad.
the 501st. Yeah, he's in the 501st.
Oh, in Oklahoma or
No, New Mexico.
Okay. Oh, okay. And say I'm part of the 501st too.
Who do you dress up as in the 501st?
So I have a Juno Eclipse costume. But I am currently in a process of making a new costume because that one doesn't fit anymore. So I'm probably just going to make like a Imperial crewman.
Yeah, that's my son, everybody.
I thought he was wrenched.
Nah. Now I do want to get like the helmet of the TIE pilots because I do like the TIE pilots. I actually have a TIE pilot. What is that piece called? The flight suit.
Jumpsuit?
Okay.
Yeah. I have the
all you need is the hat. You can be a flight crew.
Yep.
And the boots.
Yeah.
And the belt.
It's like super easy. That's like one of the easiest costumes to make.
Yeah. I want to get that helmet though. Those helmets are awesome.
Make you a good deal.
Cool. Okay. You're always wanting to make a good deal with me. Okay. Are we going to keep talking about the Mandalorian chapter 21? Do we have anything else to say about it?
Great episode. Let's go back to costuming.
It was a great episode.
It was awesome. Costumes are fun.
We are actually running out of time. I don't want to get too much into the other show's time.
Yeah.
We've got I think it's WSTR Media is up after us
with another 501st guy, Todd Hoffman.
Yes, and that's right. WSTR Media, and they're up after us. And they are going to be commemorating the 35th anniversary of Beetlejuice.
Nice.
I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is good. But it was awesome talking to you, Denise, and you.
Oh, thanks for having me on. It's always fun.
Yes. It's always fun talking some Mando.
Yes.
And thanks to everybody in the chat for coming in today. It was crazy tonight. It was like super full. Lots of new faces, and that was awesome. And like to see you folks out on our Discord. Once I get that one restructured with the new name. I don't have to do much on that, I don't think. We'll find out. But yeah, next week you will see us here with a new name, but at the same time. And be sure to come and visit us next week. Thanks everybody for listening and viewing on YouTube. And make sure you come back next week and make sure that you go check out Sisterhood of the Travelin Banthas.
Yes, all our social media is at Travelin Bantha. And so, yeah, it's fun.
Do you have one of those? Do you have like a bio link or a link tree or something like that?
I do have a link tree. I can send that to you. It is Linktree. It's just the Travelin Bantha. I should know this. Yeah.
I'm going to tell Crystal on you.
Or Bailey.
Wait a minute. Is it the Travelin Bantha or just Travelin Bantha?
Travelin Bantha. Okay. Travelin Bantha.
All right. Just want to make sure that I get it right in the show notes.
Yes.
There it is. I found it. Okay. Awesome. Cool. So, I mean, we have a bio link, but it's going to change. So I'm not going to put it in the show notes. But again, thanks for coming on with us, Denise. Thanks everybody in the chat.
Yep.
And DJ, you want to show us out?
Have a great week. And as always, may the force be with you.